Good. And so we come to yet another session, after about a month, of rescue at Raxis. Last time, the party got utterly fucked, and that was only in the first fight. But they decided to pursue the tracks they found at the back of Ermom's tomb. They went northwards, towards the sheer, slightly unusual mountain ranges of Raxis itself, delving into an incredibly dry forest, following the trails of recently exhumed undead. They fought a pack of ghouls, and then their meal got up again, suffused with necromantic energy. A horrible, withering troll creature. After a quick little break, they knew that next stop they would be fighting a necromancer. They would be fighting a great conjurer of undead and wielder of powerful magics, which they then knew was exactly true. When they threw down a sleet storm, it vanished, and a fireball flew out where the storm was. Then another one came out. The party are currently a bit low. Their wizard is face first in the dirt, Cornelius sent. There is not a whole lot left of their kobold. Well, he's clinging to life. Siegfried, you're doing just fine. This is a real novelty for you. Castalia, just walking through the fireballs due to being, having a great-great-uncle who was a fucking Satan. Meanwhile, Rain's in the bone zone. A great orb of tangled skeletons rolled from the hill that they're attacking and smashed into her. So she's having fun there. We are still in combat, and now we are finally going to get back to it. I'm now trying to remember, did I... Let's see here. Yes, it had just been the skeleton's turn. Which means, first up, for our session in a while, is the Displacer Beast Zombie, who did not enjoy getting lashed at. However, it also got quite heavily struck. It even got blasted in a fireball because, hey, it's just an undead puppet. And so one of its tendrils fell off. It's going to lash out at Castalia as its paws just burrow and grip in deeper, right next to Cornelius's head. Wow, we're starting off well.
I wouldn't say that's well. Rain is not enjoying
I would.
this
This is
idea.
great. This is... wow. Okay, then. That's, wow, interesting rolls there. Roll 20 again. A solid 16 on the Tiefling. Still got much get up and go?
Nope. There we go. Nope, not that button.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Zarzul. You are right next to a blazing inferno. You can see Rain just about through the writhing, constantly moving surface of skeletons in that massive ball. To your right is the Displacer Zombie. There's also Siegfried, who looks fine. His mustache is pretty good, and so is his beard. The rest of the situation, not so good.
Can I see the wizard?
You can see the wizard. Oh yeah, if you scrabble across the fire-scorched roller that you're hiding behind, yes, you can see him fine.
Okay. First step, heal wizard.
He heals.
Sounds like a good first step.
Yeah, it's fine, he heals. Next you gotta teach him to beg, to retrieve.
Take 10 health.
Cornelius, you are still face down in the dirt, but your eyes are open. And you can see out of a corner of them. And to be fair, as you look out of a corner of your eyes, you see Rain in the Great Bone Ball. So, while everything hurts, everything burns, and you don't have eyebrows anymore, you still don't feel as if you're in the worst situation of the group.
And speaking of the bone zone, I attack the bone zone.
Okay.
Okay. It has some sacred flame.
Let's see here.
Oh my fucking...
To be fair, it's exactly what it needed. Sorry, Zarzul. As you just puff off a little blue flash, you see about 5 different skeletons sort of move through their merged form and just let it puff out into nothing.
You tried. You got the wizard up. That's good.
I'm just gonna take a step back and hide in the bush.
You can go further back.
Nobody see-
You can, if you want, you can go further back. It's just I don't have any map graphics for it, but you know, it's all forest.
Yeah.
So you can go in and be heavily obscured. Just remember that the big gold ring to your left is the fire of this tinderbox forest.
I know, that's why I didn't want to go too far back.
Well, you don't have to go in a straight line. As Rain's there, just watching you, a fellow cleric and slayer of undead, as you sink back into the trees.
It's fair enough.
But I mean, yeah, if you want, you can go, say, over here.
Might be tempting, just to
You'll definitely be like,
side of...
heavily obscured. They won't even be able to hit you with arrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back here somewhere.
Okay, it's the end of that turn. It's the beginning of this guy's turn.
Yeah, and he's been too busy the last 2 other times with this spell.
Yep.
Now he's free.
He is. You see him. See a fairly, like, medium armored human dashing out and into the trees. And then, well, he keeps going into the trees until you lose sight of him. At least at this distance. Oh, I should actually point out, because, you know, it doesn't advertise the tokens, but he was around here. Okay?
Yeah.
Alrighty, that means it's Wolfgang.
Okay. This is the problem.
Wolfgang can run through the fire fine, so it's just if you start your turn in it. Or
Okay. Wolfgang is... Yeah. So, going to run around the side of the bone zone, so not to get attacks of opportunity. And attack the bone zone.
good.
And maybe be useful.
Now I should point out it's actually called the Skeleton Orb. The bone zone is merely where Rain is currently. That is a clear and solid hit. And you know what? Let's see how we go here.
Can Wolfgang pull down?
It's an orb. You can't make an orb prone, but I will let it count for
Might be able to
freeing...
shrink the size.
Well, that too as well, but also I will let it count for pulling Rain free.
Oh.
And you do. Rain is no longer restrained, but she is still there. Is that it for Wolfgang?
Yep.
Siegfried! Life's fine. It's all good.
At the moment.
That horrible zombie creature isn't even looking
Yeah.
at you right now. Yep.
And I'm going to do what I do best. Stab it.
Are you sure that's what you do best? It's a good strong hit.
I was supposed to say he seemed to be doing pretty good. with it.
Ooh, It can't make the undead fortitude save. It is deceased.
Whoa.
As you just drive it along the spine, it's annoying as you drive your sword in because it's just too fucking gooey and rotten. As you're just pushing through, vertebrae are slipping out from beside your blade until you finally get to the bit of a neck and you just twist enough. The head just droops down, almost in front of Cornelius' face.
Also, let me just remind you of what happened last time we were bunched together this much.
He's
Please
still...
don't end your turn.
He says into the dirt.
I was going to move, don't worry. My bonus action, I'm going to...
Well, you still have the rest of your movement as well.
Yeah, I know, but my bonus action, Castalia gets advantage for her next thing.
Okay.
Alright. And then I move back over here.
You could move a little bit more. I'd recommend it. As someone who knows the size of a fireball is all. Alright, next up. Some fucking necromantic wizard. Steps closer to the edge where he can be seen. Glancing down at you all. With that type of face, it can only really be from an elf, you know? It's just that right degree of... You are just so much lower. But he just watches for a moment, just to take in the situation. You can see him looking from one of you to the other, to the next. Brow furrowing when he can't spot the little dragon creature. And then steps back, out of sight.
Uh-oh.
Now. Now. There is a grinding mass of fused skeletons. Mainly they don't have legs. They all seem to be fused around the pelvis, the spinal cord, and the ribcage. Just a great mass of whirling arms. And let's see here. No longer restrained, so technically no longer grappled. So they roll, and Rain is spat out. As they roll along, and she's just dislodged. As they roll to here.
No!
It gets 2 attacks. One at Wolfgang, one at Castalia. So this is Castalia, 25. Damn.
Yep, that hits.
Yep. 6 as it just starts to whirl on its axis. Just so many little bony fingers whirling at high speed. I'm rolling beautifully. That one's on Wolfgang. And then it starts to roll away. So those are attacks of opportunity. If you want to take them.
I do. Do I get 1 attack or 2?
Just the one. That's your reaction.
Alright.
Alright, let's see here. Those are both hits. Cornelius, you could also lash out if you want.
Oh, really?
Yep. You'll be at disadvantage, but you can just swing for it.
Alright.
Same with Rain if she wishes to.
Yep.
Let's see, that's
Stab at it with my sunblade.
18 already off it. 5 does not hit, I'm afraid. A 12 does.
Woohoo.
That's another 10 damage off it. It doesn't look all that injured. You do... Actually, hang on a second. No, that's another 8 damage off it because it's a blunt instrument. Still doesn't look all that injured.
It doesn't. It being radiant holy. Yeah.
Nah, radiant doesn't matter for skeletons.
Okay.
It's the bludgeoning that matters. But, you know, you've smashed a couple of the skeletons. Some of them are a bit partial, but then they're also grabbing the fragments and pulling them back in. It's very dense as it starts to roll away. And then, once again, it turns on its axis. And you feel, Rain, as if it's facing you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I already know what direction I'm going for this.
But that's its turnover.
Alright, let me see. I better drop. That's my undead sense. It's been a while. It's 6 squares, correct?
Yep, each square is 5 feet.
Six.
Just-
For some strange reason, I don't think that's far enough. I really don't think that's far.
Oh, no, you see, it's... I mean, it's gonna go with the curve of the hill.
Okay,
So
I
you've just
can't
you've
grab
just
the-
made it a bit easier for it.
Okay. And then when I'm up here, I shall do the thing. Oh, and I just shut my page, so that won't work very well. I'm gonna have to do that on a level. Okay. Cornelius.
Oh, thank you.
Which one do you think I should hit?
Well, I knew either way they weren't going to be particularly thrilled, but Ray does think that that's the best decision there.
She needs the phylactery to open the book, so she doesn't have to.
No. As a matter of fact, she's more wondering, and she actually is probably going to call. Do you have a sleep spell?
Against whom?
Yeah.
No. She wants to know if you've got one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what she wants to know for right now. For when you get up, when we get to go up a little higher.
As an elf, well, half elf, you are aware that elves cannot be put to sleep through magical means.
Crap, I forgot that yet.
At that point, Rain looks like a bit of an idiot among the party.
Well, I did just get grappled with the bone zone. So
Oh yeah.
not
If you
have
fall
the
asleep
right-
now, your character will die. Concussions are a horrible thing. Anything else? You still got your action. Oh. Well, actually, no. You used the wrong spell. Healing Word is your distance one. Cure Wounds is touch.
I clicked the wrong button.
Or you're just healing yourself.
No, I was trying to heal him. I meant to click the
Are you sure? Because it would have been a great move to shout, "Hey, Cornelius," and then touch yourself.
Oh,
No,
this
that
feels
was-
so good. The feeling. Oh.
Then the other hand is just holding up a middle finger.
No, this is
The
Rain being
healer.
tired.
Let's see, make sure I'm broadcasting the dice rolls here. Yeah, I am. Good. Okay, you still got your action, so you could dash, you could dodge.
Yeah, I think actually I am going to. Let's see, I can actually get it here.
Okay. I can see no flaw in that plan whatsoever.
Oh, I see a huge flaw.
No, it looks perfect to me.
Well, technically, does the one that's up top, considering I'm under the doohickey, wouldn't it be hard for him to shoot straight down?
I mean, not really. He just has to drop the arrow.
Yeah, true.
Gravity will
But
do
still.
the rest.
But still, I think it's a better decision than being down there, because now they don't have to worry about the stupid archers.
Movement is important. Okay. That's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Castalia.
Oh, Jesus.
At least the beast is dead.
Yeah, but we still got, skeletons and giant orb.
Mm-hmm.
Orb is pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. Alright, looks like everyone's going to be able to get to move before Borb, so I hope people are quick to get out of the way.
I mean, not Cornelius.
Well, I mean, that's true.
It's fine. He's
What?
fine. Keep going.
Well, can she help him up and then?
Yeah, can I use my half action to help him onto his feet?
That would be more of an action, a full action to do it.
Then yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. You are no longer prone, Cornelius. You've still got your bonus, still got your full movement.
Yeah, well,
Right, thank you.
no problem. Now I need to carefully place myself.
Remember, if it's a bonus action if you want to chug down a potion for yourself as well. Just to remind.
Yeah.
I also hope you all know who's got what potion, because you can't just magic them out of thin air. Do you think this is a fantasy?
5. where I'm in cover from skeletons, and Rolling Bone has to go through multiple trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't worry. It is not at all looking at you.
Let's see.
Hey, Wolfgang likes to play with balls, right? He's a dog.
It's 2d4.
He is a wolf. He is above such things.
Yeah, if it's a
It is-
basic, it's 2d4 plus 2,
Then yeah, I'm gonna chug a basic.
which is better than nothing.
2d4 plus 2?
Yep.
Hey, I will gladly take it.
Yeah.
No, that's the same. Okay. And I've used all my actions for once.
You have. Now, Mr. Scent. It is your turn.
Yes.
Behind you is the corpse of a displacer beast. You were helped up by a literal Satan in a dress. There's a big bone ball waiting for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of skeleton archers.
Howard.
No. There's a reason for why I'm aiming at companion.
Mm-hmm, I know. Very useful supportive spells.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna have to go. Run down here. Grab Siegfried by the arm and say, "Do you trust me?"
Do I have a choice?
No. Great invisibility.
Just like to point out, consent is very important in fantasy roleplay.
Now go kill the elf.
Alright, Siegfried, give me a stealth
The
roll with
male elf,
advantage.
not the female one.
We'll do that one after a fight.
And then I'm just gonna move a bit further over here, so I'm not standing right in front of him.
Actually, we'll save it for the beginning of your turn, but for now you're invisible. And now it is the turn of the Skelly Bones. Let's have a look now. So these guys can't really get a bead on Rain. Okay. So who do they see? They look out and they see something fuzzy. Alright, that's one at advantage, one at normal, one at disadvantage, so... Where's the skeleton shortbow? Doesn't help here, but the way it's shortened, I've got skeleton short sword and skeleton shortbow, but it's just both just skeleton short. So, one against Wolfgang, two against Wolfgang, both of those miss. And then these three on the lower level. Let's see, two of them can see Rain. Both normal attacks. Does a 17 hit?
17 is exactly my armor.
Is 5 exactly your HP?
No.
Okay then, you continue to stand up. This one though, he's going to try for Castalia, who gets a +4 to her AC because of a cover. That does not a good chance. Let's see, in these two... Well, first of all, they get up, come to think of it. There we go. And they both take a pot shot at Rain.
Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be what I was worried about.
Hey, another
Damn it.
17.
Damn it! Now I'm on the floor.
So she ran up heroically. The skeletons turned as she ran up to follow her exactly. They drew back their arrows. 2 lodged, and she just drops. But on the bright side, they're out of arrows. Well, for this round. Let's see, top of round and before Zarzul moves. The fire does. Now it's your turn, Zarzul.
Oh dear. I just gotta quickly check something.
Gonna see what the wording is, not Druidcraft spell, huh?
Also, the range on healing.
Healing Word is only 30 feet, I think?
Oh no, it's farther than that.
Yeah, 60. At least according to your.
Yeah, it's 60.
Okay. And I probably couldn't even see rain anyway from where I could get to. This is a problem.
Yeah, it is. I mean, not for you. You're fine. This is perfect. You got a great shot in all these skeletons. To be fair, though, you did see that there was a moment where Rain was standing up, and the next she's not in your vision.
Yeah.
So you at least know what happened. There was probably a scream.
Probably something
Probably. Oh dear. I'm going to have to get out of this nice cover I've got back here, otherwise things are going to go rather poorly.
Yeah, I like how in this battle line, the three dudes are all at the very back, hiding behind cover.
Well, you've got to look at the one who advanced furthest and see. It gives you an idea why.
Oh yeah, I just pointed out.
Oh dear.
But it's also fitting, those two are the front line.
Yeah, we are.
I can't move far enough forward to get a heal off anyway.
Yep. So it's time to focus on something else.
Yep. I'm going to move. God damn it, we're all in a bunch. This isn't going to help. I think I'm going to have to. Can I move up here and hide behind a rock?
Yeah, you can cling to the edge.
Okay, cool.
So you get a bit of cover.
And okay. Oop, what is that?
Don't worry about it. Just keep going about your own turn.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh dear.
Just, you know, just testing something out, that's all. Just focus on your own actions. Don't worry. What are you doing, Zarzul? Time's ticking.
I'm gonna rumble the bone zone.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm eager to see how this turns out.
You gotta go in
Where
hard?
the hell? I was gonna use the bow's ability.
Yeah.
It takes three charges. I assume it's full at the moment.
Yeah.
I thought I had the ability on my list, but it's not there.
Ugh. To be fair, though, if you're thinking of a one which sinks them in the ground, it's medium or smaller.
No. The earth tremors or something.
Yeah.
Something stupid damage.
Let's see here. That's for all your charges, though, isn't it? For 2 charges out of your 5. Yeah. Xanathar's Guide to Everything. I believe it's in here. You should always keep your notes updated. Yeah, Earth Tremor. Okay. No, it must be something different than Earth Tremor. Earth Tremor's a first level spell.
Something like 3d12 or something stupid damage.
It's not stupid if it's once a day. Erupting Earth, maybe? Yeah, that's it. Erupting Earth.
That's it.
It's a 20-foot cube centered on that point. It's a dex save. So that's what you're doing? You are drawing out your earthen bow, the stone shard.
Yep.
And you just see all this great mass of gravel, of grit, of sand, all building up into a great clump. You're wondering if this thing's even going to go 5 feet. But as you draw back on the constantly cascading detritus, you let loose, it sails through the air as gracefully as any properly made elven arrow. Thuds onto it, because it is... Well, actually, let's see here. Yeah, it's just a dex save, it's not an attack roll, so... Time for its dex. That is clearly not enough, so you get your free d12 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And also the 20-foot cube area is difficult terrain. Alright, that is 32 damage, because it's all bludgeoning. As you just rock the shit out of it, you can see... As the arrow sails through the air, it lands squarely onto the orb, and it just sort of smashes in a cascade of bone around it. And as they hit, it starts to make the ground itself shiver, tremble. Each time a piece of bone hits it, there's a great spike of rock coming up to shatter it even further. And now that little spot of a 20-foot cube is just a mass of jagged shards of rock just jutting out, breaking up the soil. And there's a deal less of skeletons in that orb.
I would hope so.
Is that it for your turn? You got your bonus if you want to fling it at someone. I'd like to point out there's a red dot on you and Cornelius.
Yeah, but the amount of healing I could do would be probably wiped out on one attack anyway. So
That is very possible, yes.
But that would also means that that's less damage that you're taking, that you're already taken care of.
Yep.
That's one hit you can also survive and negate.
But you know, I mean, what's the odds of you both getting hit by anything?
Okay, at this point,
It's up to you. We're just giving you suggestions. It is your turn. You can save it for later.
I think I'm going to have to save it. I'm running low on spells.
Alright then. Wolfgang is up next.
Wolfgang is going at advance. Hide in bush.
I mean, he could use a dash action.
And hide in the other bush.
Yeah, he could go up even higher. He won't be hidden, but he will be taking cover. Like, you can move into that bush and then use the hide action. If you go further, it'll just be a bit of cover.
Yeah, might as well move further. Probably that one there. Hope for cover.
Yep, you will. Siegfried, give me a stealth roll with advantage. For you or an invisiboy.
Right. So how far can I go if I double dash?
Well, 60, then another 30, so 90 feet total.
So 90 feet is, let's see, 6 movement,
18 squares.
18 squares.
Yep. Although, remember, this isn't one-to-one on the map, so it's all about your keyboard movement. I'm guessing that's the direction you're going. He's silent now as he's counting it out.
I managed to get to there.
Yep, and again, yes, you still haven't given me a stealth roll of advantage yet to see how well you're blending in.
Oh, okay. This is going to be poorly. I thought... never mind.
Well, you're... Like, for example, he can't... Well, you're consistent if nothing else. The skeletons are not turning to spot you. And yeah, you can still be loud and very easy to spot even while invisible. It just means they can't actually target you with spells that require them to see the target. So there's still benefits to being invisible, even if you stealth shitly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with this spell, you can actually do actions and stuff without breaking the invisibility, as long as I keep my concentration.
You can attack. Alright. Next up, the Necromancer, who is once again going to step out and have a look around. He can see Zarzul again. He's lost track of the fop. Can't really make out the devil. Sees a wolf approaching.
Wouldn't be able to wizard either.
And he
Really meant with the fob.
Yeah. And he spots Rain. So he's going to step a little bit further. Let's see here. What does he have handy? All of that is a oh! That would just be excessive, really.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. Let me just double check how much movement he's got left. You know what? He's going to pick up a stone. Actually, he does... Hang on. I must have I must have Ray of Frost on him. Maybe it's set the spell card. That's the problem. No, I forgot to put Ray of Frost on him. Hang on. It's alright, we'll get the... It's alright, we're going to kill you in a second. There we go, Ray of Frost.
Pew.
Pew, indeed. 13 does not hit her, however. Actually...
No, and it would be a disadvantage.
Exactly, he would be. So that is a clear miss.
Who was he shooting at?
Rain.
He takes a step back. Well, to be fair...
Failed to hit the person on the ground.
Well, he has to get through the armor as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
But it's
Make
more...
Sure to laugh at before he dies.
Siegfried, you get a very clear image of him stepping out. He looks casually over to where Rain fell down. He just sort of flicks his fingers out, and there is... You can see a little trail of sparkling icicle dust through the air, which just sort of impacts on her, and he doesn't even change expressions. He just takes a step back and just sort of rubs his fingertips to get the ice off him. And now, there's a rumbling.
Oh dear.
Oh, boy. That is some perfect positioning on your part, Zarzul.
Oh dear.
But luckily, it only gets to here. But it tried to roll at you at full speed, but it starts off like a wheel spin as it's trying to get traction as they're just digging into this broken up earth that erupted around them. And it just comes to a whirling halt. For this turn. But if you hadn't done that, you would have been fucking red paste. Because you were at exactly the right distance. Rain.
Oh dear.
Death saving throw.
Yep.
Everyone's favorite.
Time to see if you will die.
Where's my button?
It's just a D20, but you can click the death. That's a fail.
Yeah, definitely.
Could have been worse. One less and it would have been 2 fails. Castalia.
Oh dear.
You heard a hell of a lot of rumbling behind you.
True. Well, we still got problems up in front.
Everywhere.
Yes. Hmm. What's that little thunderbolt on skeletal archer?
Thunder.
Shh! Don't do it. I'll get copyright strike.
Yeah, what's the little kind of wiggly lightning ball? Yeah, that guy.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, what's that icon for?
That's your hex.
I should roll concentration then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's just a straight const. Creates a straight con.
It's a con save, yeah.
Nope.
Okay, he's no longer hexed.
Alright. Can I see him still?
Yeah, very clearly he's standing on the edge.
Well, he's gonna get shot. So, first one.
That's a hit. Still standing.
And I guess the second. Just gotta try and thin these numbers.
That is precisely what you needed. He falls, shattered apart, in his constituent bones. Do you know the human body has a lot of bones, as they all scatter about?
Yep.
Siegfried, you tense for a moment. You just see the shrapnel of skeleton get flying towards you. Luckily, it all gets blown asunder. There's one less archer on the hill.
Thank goodness for that.
But Siegfried, you do see the elven necromancer notice that those two blasts of dark energy. Still got your movement, still got your bonus. On time's ticking. I'm going to stick you and Webgun on a timer one of these days. Gotta make your choice.
I'm gonna rustle through the tree. Back here.
Luckily that outfit is magical or you get caught on fucking everything.
Yep,
Cornelius!
Not the best of moments, but I gotta move.
Yep. No, it's fine. Any movement's good. Cornelius, your mind is taken up with keeping Siegfried safe. Which is a novelty.
Yeah. And right now, I think I'm going to be firing off scorching the. Oh wait, no, we covered that. Never mind.
Could you fire off a fireball at them?
I don't have fireball.
What? It's just the defining spell of his entire school of wizardry.
Yeah, but it's so cliche.
For a reason.
It does good damage.
It's really, really good to just make somewhere explode. But there's a big bone ball with you. There's still archers on the hill.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at the bone ball.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
2 of those hit.
So they do damage.
11 and another 11. Yep, good stuff. And with that, it has dropped below half health, and therefore becomes a smaller ball of devastation.
Oh, thank God. It's
You have whittled off most of the surface.
That's rare you hear a woman say that.
But you do notice that underneath, the skeletons are even sharper looking.
Ugh.
In that same artificial way that you saw within the underneath of the tavern. Got your movement, got a bonus.
So our healing, did we agree some time ago the healing potion were bonus action?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's one of my table rules. To self-apply it as a bonus.
Yeah. I'm gonna quaff one down just in case. What was it? 2d4 plus 2?
If it's a basic, yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, before this sort of stuff, always keep track of who...
Wow.
5 hit points.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm a wizard, so it counts.
Yep. But yeah,
And
when we get potions, make sure to dole them out to each other to make sure you've got stipulated potions.
I made sure to have at least 3 on me.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. That goes for all of you, though. Just make sure you announce it, put it in your inventory.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go hide behind the tree just to make sure that I don't suddenly lose concentration.
Because what you don't want is for some fucker to chug down your last potion because you didn't say you had it. Alright, and that's 1 tick off your concentration on greater invisibility. 1 less round. Okay.
Yes, you have 9 rounds to do whatever you need to do.
Mm-hmm. The Bone Boys. Well, let's see. These two do see Wolfgang. Oh, actually, let's see here. Yeah, he's gonna step out so we can actually see him. I don't think the +2 helps from the second hit. I'm pretty sure the 17 misses thanks to that.
Yeah.
That's 5 damage as an arrow whistles through the branches and the twigs and lodges in the wolf's side. The other ones on the hill also see Wolfgang. They were not commanded to shoot rain yet. They're aiming for what moved. Both those miss, and the other 2 are a Castalia with an even less chance of hitting. Yeah, with the plus... what's the +4 to your AC result in?
21.
Or actually, no, it would only be a +2. So it would be 19. Because, yeah, looking at the denseness of this, it's about the same cover Wolfgang has. So AC is 19?
Yep.
That's a hit, I'm afraid. 6 piercing.
Alright.
As you get that moment of, it's magical, but I just got my incredibly exposed midriff cut by an arrow. Maybe I should just go for lever. Top of a round, and before Zarzul moves, the fire does. Alright, Zarzul, what are you doing?
I am advancing.
It's a good idea.
I'm going to put an arrow, or try to at least, and the skeleton. Just ping it. Yeah, that one.
In what one, sorry? Give me a clock position, okay. It's a bit awkward since you are shooting through a couple of trees. But go for it. A +2 really won't help it much. Yeah, it's a solid hit. So that's 14.
That'd be 14.
Yep. There's not much of it left. As the arrow just shaves off huge chunks of horrible, rotted armor. Most of a rib cage, but it's still got both arms. It's still able to draw a bow.
And god damn it, I'm gonna, because otherwise I'm in the bone zone next round at this rate.
Well, on the bright side, it can't do its big roll.
Yeah.
But you are seeing how there's a lot of scratching, bony claws.
Yeah. So I'm going to use one of my last spells for a healing cure wound.
I mean, That's plenty. That's good. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang is trying to advance.
But which way?
Well, there's an elf here.
Wolfgang charges the necromancer, controlling all of these skeletons. This can only go well.
The bravest dog.
Bad ideas, part 4.
Seems like a perfect idea to
Mm-hmm.
me.
That's a hit.
16.
Pull him on the ground. Put him in a body bag.
He probably will.
Oh,
Capture him alive.
Nope, he stays standing. But as you can see, he's not athletic. But yes, he is not pleased.
Oh, he's about to become a lot less pleased.
Siegfried.
Right, let's see. 6 movement.
With a dead cleric. An evil necromancer.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to feed Rain a healing potion.
Okay. There is this moment the necromancer's fucking eyes narrow as he sees a flow of red liquid suddenly materialize just as it hits Rain's mouth. He doesn't see the bottle. He doesn't see the cork.
And I am going... Would my offhand still work?
No, you need to take the attack action.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I'm afraid
it's
so.
not gonna work because my... so I'm going to move down here
Mm-hmm.
and hope like... no, I'll move one further across. So I'm there.
Okay,
What
then.
was the potion roll?
2d4.
+2.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Good stuff. The necromancer's turn. My, oh my, look at these options.
Yes, cast a fireball on yourself.
Let's see here. What does he even have for close up?
Obviously, he has vampiric touch.
Where did I put his fucking thing? Here we go. Did I not put that on anyone else? Gotta try and remember where I fucking put his attacks here. I could have sworn I put a fucking staff attack in. Hang on. Where's my volumes? Yeah, there we go. As he's just going to look down. Oh, that's right, because I put her name on it. Right, let's... So it's not Naristra, but you know, it's the same attack. That's 8 necrotic. As you just see fur starting to fall out from Wolfgang. There's a big handprint of just dark energy.
Poor pup.
Oh no, actually he would have done, yeah. Damn it, I forgot that cantrip. Oh no, what am I talking about? That's just for movement. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But that's his turn for now. Next up, Zarzul. As you're slowly lowering your bow to check out for another target, you hear a rumbling behind you. You know exactly what it is. But it's...
And I was expecting it.
But it's big. It's still bigger than you by a lot. And then it just starts to spin. It starts to dig a groove into the ground. It just grinds up more skeletons in order to do this spinning attack.
For some reason, when you hear spinning, you assume it to be blue.
Just 6 slashing for now. Rain, you are on the ground. You are alive.
I'm going to get my happy butt back up.
Okay. You now have
And
15 foot of movement.
And my happy butt will actually use 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. I am no longer feeling as miserable as I once was. And
That's for philosophers
then-
to decide, really.
And then, let's see, on my bonus action, can I get that, that funny rope out?
The what?
It's the silk rope that's in my pack.
Yeah, I'll say you're able to bring it out. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, in which case I'm gonna coil it on up and I'm gonna throw it over my shoulder.
Okay.
And then, let's see, there you go. I'm gonna put myself up here so that hopefully those two over there can't see anything.
Okay. Castalia.
Alright. Damn it.
Glancing at a lot of fireballs on my speed fan. It's all in the 50s, though. It's fine.
Hmm. Okay. I'm going to put away Sodden Lash and draw the hammer I have. I'm going to move here and pound the bones down.
Now, yep. Now remember, you're wheeling it out with your strength, which is augmented by the Gauntlets of Ogre.
Yes, I'm just seeing. Okay, that's proficiency is 3, so that's +7. I don't have an attack rate for it, so I'm gonna just roll it.
Just dragging a hammer. Maybe just go to Compendium and then look up, say, Warhammer.
Alright.
But yeah, both those hit. Easily.
Okay, it's 1d8 plus.
Plus 3. Or 4.
Yeah.
What's your strength at?
19, I think?
Yeah, man, it's plus 4.
Gloves. That's.
So, as usual, the literal Satan walks in and does disgusting damage even with a regular weapon. Because that's 34 damage total. And with that, it is even further reduced. It's now a mass of about 7 or 8 skeletons fused together, and a solid orb
Do I get an
of.
attack of opportunity on that? Seeing it
No,
moved
no,
away?
no. It didn't move willingly. It has to be willing movement. But you can now see that underneath the skeletons there is just this solid single orb of fused bone. You can see the stitching of it. Anything else on your turn?
No. But I will supply something to Discord.
Cornelius.
Yeah. Let's see what. In order to see the wizards, where would I have to be?
Now that he's stepped out, basically anywhere on the ridge.
Okay, so I could just stand here.
Yeah, if there's trees in the way, though, he will get, a little bit of cover. Because there's him and Wolfgang and the lip of a cliff and all. Well, I mean more sort of this area here.
Ah.
Yeah. Because you're a bit low where you are to see him. Verticality is a tough thing to get the idea of in a map like this.
Mm-hmm.
as much as I want to take him out, I don't want to risk Siegfried suddenly getting noticed. So I'm just gonna move over here and I'm gonna firebolt that what's remaining of the bones. Fire. There we go.
Yep. There's this single bolt of flame flicks out from your fingers at high speed and just shatters another skeleton on it. And you can now see that this orb of fused bone is about... it's the size of a torso, really. And it's just smooth. Alrighty, that's the end of your turn. It's time for the skeletons.
Hang on.
What? You're done.
I still have some movement.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Just gotta move a bit over here before the flame spreads.
And you all notice that with the rabid wolf attacking the necromancer, the one in charge, all of the skeletons become a lot more interested in one target specifically.
Oh, poor Pop.
It's almost like there's a program command for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks.
Oh.
And they're all normal.
Oh.
They're still skeletons. That's 2 hits. 8 and 3. As a hail of arrows crisscross around Wolfgang.
And the elf probably regretting a little bit that he programmed them to shoot at anyone who's in front of him.
Oh no, he just shows a completely impassive expression because he's a fucking elf. We don't react, that's for the child races to do.
But deep inside, he is shitting his pants as the arrow flew a little uncomfortably close.
Zarzul, you felt it. Wolfgang went down.
But now you dealt.
Okay. God damn it.
And you know, of the partnership, you're the one who's replaceable.
Advance up to there. And can I see Necromancer from here?
You can.
Okay. No. Okay. First up, healing word on Wolfgang. And I'm out of magic. Damn it. And now I'm going to try and put an arrow in the Necromancer.
Oh yeah, easy hit. 8 piercing. He flinches a little, but he just sort of takes it. The glowing lines of mage armor seething through his clothing. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Since he can see you and I think you're in range, let me just double check here. Maybe it's got a shorter range than I think. No, nope, it actually has the effective range. Let me just double check.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, you're clearly in range. As the arrow hits, his finger points in your direction. And you are surrounded by flame.
Oh.
Oh, there's another flip.
Oh god.
What's the
Yeah, I'm guessing deck save is half damage.
I'm double checking that actually, I can't remember. Hellish Rebuke. Yeah,
There
half
is
damage.
I don't even need to roll.
Do it anyway, just for fun.
Just to know if you're medium or well done.
Yeah. There is just a flash of fire, a kobold is lifted momentarily in the air, and then falls. Siegfried, the elf, cracks a very thin smile. Because you're the only one who can view all this. Wolfgang, you're gonna have to get a new one. But it's your turn.
Stand up. And once again, bite hit.
That's a hit. And he is cursing the very existence of all canines. He does fall over as well.
Yay!
As
Way
it
to
just
go,
latches
Wolf.
onto his ankle.
Go for the throat.
13 damage. That is pretty... That's a pretty hefty blow. Siegfried.
Do it. Finish him.
We want to capture him.
It's much too dangerous.
Yep.
Do it.
22 is a hit. 27, you drive it in. He can't see you, but he fucking knows where he's getting stabbed from as he looks at the empty air around you and just snarls. It is a horrible expression to see on what is normally a very graceful and delicate looking expression, looking set of facial features. That is not a pleasant face.
Right, so I'm going to move down 2 squares now. And actually, no, before I move down, I'm going to try and sink the offhand in.
You do? And you just sort of, just sort of drag your sword along his cheek for a bit as you're running away.
So that's my turn done.
Yeah, pretty good. It's now the turn of the Necromancer, who gets up, as you might expect. He's trying to see some sign of footprints, but you are stealthing it pretty damn well. Sees the wolf in front of him. Notes that the cleric, well, the half-elf has gotten up. He knows there's more here, and his prize project has been reduced to a singular ball. Let's see here. Yes. He brings his arms together, and between his palms expands a horrible, roiling darkness. It seems to be sort of a lack of consistency. It is dripping. It is just rolling around in his palms, and he keeps trying to do it so it doesn't just fall apart onto the floor. And he casts Hunger of the Dead. A 20-foot radius sphere, so let me just grab one of these other tokens from below.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wait.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Oh, I would have thought he would have cast it on himself, but...
He did.
Oh.
I'm just trying to get the size. This was actually the sleet storm. That's why it's so huge.
Ah. Well, that's going to be a fun thing to deal with.
So let me see here. Let's measure this out. Let's see. So that's sort of, yeah. Okay, still needs to be a bit smaller. And one more shrink. Okay, it looks near enough, yeah. And he casts it here.
That's gonna be fine and dandy, because now I can't see Zarzul.
Wait,
And-
is that not is that a concentration spell?
It isn't, actually.
I don't even see a duration on that thing.
It should be, actually. Maybe because... Hang on, it should be concentration, actually. Let's have a look here. Here's handbook. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good.
Would that even affect him?
It will.
That's why I was double checking here. Where's the Hunger of Hadar spell? That is concentration, so... First of all, he moves away. So there'll be a tax of opportunity on the two of you. If you want to take them.
Please do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That means you might actually just lose concentration immediately if you hit.
No, this is before he... This is before he casts the spell.
Oh, okay.
He's just backing up.
Does 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Dang.
Damn it.
Puppet knocked him prone. That would have been perfect.
-6. Yeah, he steps away, puts the spell down. Let's see here. Yeah. Just backs up. And then reaches into his robes.
Oh, hail.
Oh, come on. Please don't be a fucking teleportation spell. Oh, okay. Thank God.
Healing potion.
Rain, Wolfgang, Siegfried. Everything is utter darkness. There is no sound except the rattling of bones, the rasping of long dead voices on the air. And it's also, you know, it's a sphere, so it is blocking out the view of him on the plateau as well. Anyway, the ball of bones time. Roll them bones. As it sidles up to Castalia.
Rolling, 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 rolling.
Please don't take me out. Please don't take me out. I got something very important to do. Is that
What's your AC?
17? Is that an action?
4 slashing.
Oh, thank God it didn't.
However, we begin. 2d6 cold damage on Rain.
Yeah.
9 points of damage. As
Which I
all
can take.
life, all air is sucked from the area.
Well, Rainey's very happy she put herself up against a wall now. Because now she doesn't have to see to go anywhere, she can feel her way around. So that would be...
It's difficult terrain as well, so you're at 15.
Fuck.
And you don't know the dimensions of it.
What way would she go to go out in that case? Can I see Zarzul?
No. It is
No.
pitch black.
It is solid
am I
darkness
still-
down this line.
Am I still in?
Partially. You can see out here a bit, but you've still got a foot in.
Okay. Well, in that case, since I can't...
You may want to dash.
Yeah. Am I still... Is the dash going to be 3? Or am I far enough out where I...
No, once you're out, you've got your 6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3...
You don't know which way you went.
No, I'm following the ridge. But now I'm wondering, do I really want to go any further? I like this football.
I mean, once you get around
Or-
here, you know that that's the bush that Zarzul was in.
Yeah.
But you can't see him.
now, since I can't cast the spell anyway, so.
You just see the scorch marks where he is underneath all that shrubbery.
Well, I'm gonna do 5 out here,
Mm-hmm.
so I can see him, and then I'm gonna go 6 right back in because I don't want to get hit all by myself.
Well, I mean, you still had a bonus action to cast.
Yeah, the question is, do I want to do it on? Zarzul is all the way down there. Can I reach Zarzul now? Come to think of it.
The problem is, he is in among all that shrubbery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to get a hold of him anyway, would I?
He's not all that visible.
No. Well, in that case, unfortunately, sorry, Zarzul. She did try.
Zarzul, being near dead, you can't hear that.
So I give myself
Basic-
7.
Basically, at the end of the combat, we are all going, where did Sansu actually go?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'll be back soon. Bleeding out of the bush.
Castalia. The situation changed dramatically.
Yes. I'm going to move here. And I'm going to ready to cast Dispel on the Hunger of the Dead. On one of 2, can I designate 2 conditions or only 1?
Just the one.
Ah, shit. Gamble then. I will then ready to cast it after the skeletons have gone.
Alright, that's near enough. After the skeletons have shot at you, it's a little bit metagamey, but okay. Cornelius.
Yeah, well, I guess if he's gonna cast this spell, I was gonna start casting my last remaining sleep stone on that pretty little elf.
I mean, to the best of your knowledge, he's in the middle of that.
Yeah. So I'm not. Guess I'm just gonna try and get that ball of things of Castalia. Just shoot another fireball.
For all the damage she's done to the ball, I think we can give her the nickname of Castralia. A clear and solid hit, another chunk of bone mass. There's now only like 2 skeletons clinging to this orb.
Now it's just awkward.
It's a little awkward because they're not even like they're lopsided. They're having to push themselves up.
And I'm just gonna hide myself in trees again. Wait, the flame might actually start spreading quite nastily. I'm just gonna take my chances outside. They're probably occupied otherwise.
Alright, it's now the turn of the skeletons. So let's see here. 5 on that one. 7 on that one. Actually, this is something I need to remind myself of.
I'm not since someone of the party is in the bathroom.
Where are you, skeleton? Okay. Those 2 in the darkness, for all you know, remain in the dark. These ones saw something move out, however.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 against Rain. I think the 18 hits.
Yeah.
As an arrow just thuds into your shoulder from behind. These 2, let's see, they don't have much, they don't have a very good shot at you. Yeah. Disadvantage on 1, and with increased AC. Let's see, with +4 AC. What are you at, Cornelius?
+4 my mage armor.
Well, no, this is from the cover.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you sitting at, 18?
Yeah.
That's a hit then.
Well, magic shield.
Okay.
F you.
And yeah, that one has no chance. Okay, then, and then that's those two. These two. Yeah, they just remain where they are. They weren't given any further commands. So-
Stop at the end of their turn if they're
Yeah,
still
I'm doing
they
that
take
now.
it.
I gotta roll this. 2d20 plus 1 for them. Yeah, they don't save it either. Remember, I don't have actual like saving rolls and all for these guys. All right. And they do get shredded up by the indiscriminate claws, but they're still standing. Zarzul, death saving throw. As the fire continues to expand. That's one fail. And we start with Wolfgang getting slightly chilled.
Nope. Dispel, remember?
Ah, okay. And let's see where I put it on. There we go. Put it on this token. I've got a lot of these effect tokens just sunk into the map.
Honestly, I was trying the best way to word it where it wasn't super metagaming.
It's a little tricky just because it is a mechanic that you do have to make use of, but you can't really justify it in unit as actual player speak. But you know, after the skeletons attack, that's close enough. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta have to do it in game terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Narrative terms.
Wolfgang's turn then.
Wolfgang is going to go say hello to the necromancer again.
Don't kill the necromancer. We need to know
What?
where the other one went.
Well, too bad you didn't mention that before this battle started.
As Wolfgang
So
runs past, however, that skeleton's going to swing at him with a short sword.
I'm pretty sure if Wolfgang can get by, whether he can go up that cliff.
Alright, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Just know, though, he would have been skewered. 12 is a miss.
Oh
Didn't
wow.
I shout to keep him alive on one of my turns? When I was up against the cliff?
What are you talking about?
I thought I remember because it was that you should have said something, and I'm like, didn't I shout it when I was up against the cliff?
No.
Yes, but as far as we know, the necromancer is on perfect health at this point. I'm not likely to kill him with a bite.
Siegfried.
I'm going to go for the necromancer as well.
Okay.
Uh,
You're invisible, so they can't see you to do an attack of opportunity.
I get to there.
You do another sneak attack.
A horrible shredding 29. He is thoroughly bloodied. He is horribly injured. But even so, you can't even scratch him with the next hit. Just overextended a bit.
That's my turn.
You don't want to move away from him, or did you use your whole...
I did my full move.
Okay.
Let's have a gander here to spell list. Ah, yes. He takes one careful look at the situation. You can see him start to chant something, and he's gone.
Fuck!
Fuck's sake.
Good news, Rain. He's alive, like you want.
That's not what I wanted! Now,
I
is he
wanted
actually
it.
gone, or is he invisible?
Siegfried, do you speak Elven?
Yes.
Do you actually speak Elven?
Yes, I do.
You recognize a little bit of it as the same kind of words that Cornelius has spoken during an invisibility spell.
Oh, thank God.
Somehow got to find him, though.
Yeah.
You're an intelligent man. Check the footprints.
When his turn comes up.
Good time for sleep storm.
It
Kick up a
wouldn't
dust
do
cloud.
anything.
Well, no, because concentration, I thought.
No. You can't
Yeah,
put
it
an
is.
elf to sleep.
Oh, yeah. No, sleep storm.
Oh,
Sleep,
sleep storm,
yeah,
yes,
sleep.
okay.
Not sleep storm.
It's the turn of the bone ball. Once again, going to try and carve up and get revenge on Castalia for whittling it down.
Time to fall down.
Wow, both
Ooh.
hit.
Yep. And I'm down.
And it finally pulls you down, although it's mainly just scratching at thigh and shin. And now and again it has to take a break so the other side can push off the ground and get an aim again.
I have no idea how to flip because I don't do it so often.
Wow, thanks.
Oh, nope. That was not the right
That was the wrong button, yeah. If you go to your character sheet, you can drag it onto the map, and that'll get your token back.
Be right back.
Oh, character sheet.
Yeah. So you drag it from the compendium part, or the journal part of it.
Okay.
There you go. Rain.
Did the wizard have a staff?
Well, yes.
Does any of the skeletons have a staff, or do they all have bows?
They all have bows and swords.
Okay, then. I'm trying something that is absolutely stupid, but I think it would work.
Probably won't. Okay,
I
you're
want
not
to
familiar with any of his personal effects.
No. Or locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, tool, or weapon. I'm looking for a staff. The nearest staff.
Okay, let's see here. Any effectiveness of lead. Let's see here. How approximate is it? You sense the direction. That's all you get is the direction, not proximity. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
As the wording of a spell. There's the direction.
Okay. Then... Well, if he's coming that way...
As long as you've seen it.
Now.
Ah, there it is.
Well, actually, I suppose, yeah, yeah, you were close
I
enough to
think
actually see it, so yeah, you would be familiar with it. It's just it still only tells you the direction. So that's what you know.
Do I have anything... Ooh, hold on. Let me look in my thing. Now that I know approximately where he's at.
Don't think you've got anything to cast with a bonus.
No, I'm not looking for casting. I'm looking to see if I have something to chuck at him.
This is why every adventurer should walk around with a bag of flour.
Can I grab a handful of dirt and chuck it? Assuming if I come up...
It is
like,
a
around-
handful of dirt. Also, technically it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't give you a good indication because the dirt would go invisible.
Ah, Drat.
Also,
hang on.
Well,
hang
wouldn't
on.
I then
no,
see
no.
the dirt disappear?
you would, but then he could just move again. And also, importantly, is you can't get a lot of dirt in a fistful. And more importantly, that would be an action, not a bonus.
Well, in that case, I'd probably keep moving forward until I didn't reaching my arms around trying to find him. Is that an action?
Flailing your arm around like a spastic, yeah.
Alright, you're gonna walk in the direction it's pointing until you hit something.
That's the goal, yeah.
Alright, let's see. So you were standing here.
I'm mostly trying along the ridge.
You bump into someone.
Oh! Well, at that point, I promptly shout, I found him.
He's directly to your north.
Right. Now I'm out of crap I can do.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I am loudly announcing that I found him. He's right in front of me.
Alright. Cornelius, now that Rain's taken her last turn ever, your turn up.
Yeah. But I'm just...
You may want to help Castalia.
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to figure out the best way to actually do this.
Running in, screaming at it.
Yes, I'm just...
Rip your shirt off. Remember, if you make yourself look as big as possible, it'll scare it away. Incidentally, the skeleton horde fears nothing.
See how it is my distance. Damn it. No, actually that could work. Gonna make it here.
Yep.
Oh, is this the hill's too steep?
I'll let you make it there.
Okay, because then I'm gonna shake my spell. Let's see what was here. I think it was here. I'm gonna shake my spell and cast Flaming Hands at twice the level 2.
Okay. If only you got
Actually
twice
got
the
room
effect. Sadly, it's just one more dice
Yeah.
for most spells.
Oh, I forgot a D. There was another D6, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Alright. 14. Oof. It all depends on this. 7.
Damn it.
Still there.
Well, and as a bonus action, I'm just gonna quaff another potion because hopefully that's distracted it.
And as you're chugging, the bone horde knock more arrows.
4, let's see. But hey, at least with me chucking that potion.
Yep. On the bright side,
Red dot.
on the bright side, none of the skeletons are looking in your direction.
Yeah, they're all looking at me.
So first 2 shots at Rain. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay. Another 2 shots at Rain. Very similar rolls there. And then 2 shots at Wolfgang. The dog is blessed. Zarzul, death saving throw. The worms are starting to converge. Oh shit!
God.
Zarzul is dead.
Holy fuck.
Wait, I thought that was only his second.
Yeah, but is it critical?
It's a critical
Oh.
fail, which is 2 failures.
Oh dear.
In a scorched bush on the middle of the hill. A kobold does not draw any further breath.
Oh, heck.
The dog.
Hang on. Can I re-roll that using an inspiration?
Yes, it is the purpose of inspiration to use rerolls. Do you have inspiration?
You gave me one inspiration.
Now would definitely be the time.
No, no.
Very good.
There could be another point where he could use it. Don't listen to them. That's 2 failed death saving throws. You have 1 more left.
I mean, at least I have a resurrection spell on me.
Wolfgang. Yeah, but is he really worth the diamond?
Yes.
It's 300 gold worth of diamonds against 1 kobold of a bow.
And a wolf. Don't forget the wolf. It's a package deal.
Oh, the wolf doesn't rot away if he dies.
Yeah, but I don't think the wolf is going to listen to us.
Doesn't listen to Zazu. What are you talking about? Wolfgang has heard noises and going to advance to here and using scent attack.
Ooh, that's right. Pup can smell.
Yes,
It's an action to sniff,
up as a
though.
wolf.
He doesn't have
Am I
blind
going
sight.
to make a-
I was supposed to say, to be fair, I did shout he's right in front of me.
Yeah, you did, but you still can't see anything to hit. So this-
advantage on wisdom, perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
It's still the fact that you can't see him. You can attack, but it's a disadvantage.
Cancelled out by pack tactics. This is standard roll.
No.
Damn it.
You're trying despite thin air. This is pretty difficult.
Yes.
You still do it, however,
Nice.
which is why you shouldn't be fretting.
Concentration check?
No need.
Yeah, I guess it was a minor invisibility.
Oh, nice. Wait, he's
Oh.
dead.
The wolf caught the thigh. Bit down hard. There is no restraint in this savage beast, this near rabid apex predator. Probably. I mean, he is wearing a tie. But at least the necromancer falls. Unfortunately, we're still in initiative. Siegfried.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash, and then I'm going to start running towards where the kobold should be.
It's true. He has been quiet for a while.
So I'm going to make a beeline straight to him.
Yeah, you could hop down. You're quite agile.
Yep.
It's easier going down than going up, unless you're in a long-term commitment.
And I'm going to shove another potion in his throat.
It's a little awkward because, of course, you've got to get the head the right angle, then just pull the jaws apart, and you realize, oh fuck, there's a lot of nasty teeth. But yeah, you chug it, you pour it in. It's just this horrible little lizard thing.
It's a d6 plus 2, is
No, it's 2d4
2d4
plus 2.
2.
And then 4d4 plus 4. If only. Nah, it's...
Oh, that's average.
Yep. But hey, you're alive. You weren't, almost.
Yep, there was a possibility of being terribly, terribly dead.
How savagely
There's
did
no-
Wolfgang get him? It's your call, he's your wolf. Did he just bite out in a fury?
No, we want to capture him.
He's not very bright.
Do you want me to make a wisdom check to see if he understood? Don't kill him.
Because it didn't come from Zarzul, it came from Rain.
Yeah, so?
Yeah, so you can do a wisdom roll. Well, Wolfgang's... So anyway, Bone Ball Has a turn. It's gonna keep spinning. $15 doesn't hit. 21 does. That's 2 failed death saving throws on Castalia.
Wait, you just ignored the wizard that flame baited?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just... It's very small. It doesn't have anything else it can do. It's just gonna spin. Rain.
So I take it that means he's completely kaputzi. We can't bring him back unless we resurrect him.
It's currently the middle of battle. 3 seconds have gone by. Well, 6 seconds have gone by since he dropped. He might be dead. He might be alive.
You could possibly heal him.
That's what I'm thinking, and I think the way I'm going to do it, since he's down and out, if I tie him up, that's only going to be 1 turn.
You'll be able to get hands or feet. Or head.
Hands is most important.
Gag might be important.
Gag is important, but I'm also kind of thinking that a lot of it also requires hand motion.
Depends how kinky you're feeling.
Remember, he is an elf. That is the most depraved, decadent, and filthy degenerates. But you know, don't judge.
Yeah, I don't got a
200
lot.
years, you just kind of need that spice.
Yeah, the nurse's uniform is a little bit passé by that point.
I think what I'll do is I'll go with the hands, because I mostly want to make sure he also won't get away.
Okay. Give me a dex roll.
Dex roll. That would be
See how nimble your fingers are.
actually
pretty nimble.
decent.
Yep.
I am an elf,
Well,
and
you're
well,
half human, let's be honest here.
I really don't want to heal him all that much. I really don't want to heal him all that much. So
You
I'm
can
actually
stabilize him.
Oh, wait, I've got Spare the Dying.
Yeah, that's an action, though. No, actually, with you, it's a bone... Hang on.
Yeah, let me check my...
Xanathar, because Grave Domain get a bonus to it, but is it just ranged, or does it become a bonus as well?
And now I have to... Is it on my sheet? Because I think I put it on my sheet. I should...
Clerical error. Let's see here. Cleric. That's why you gotta keep notes. Which doesn't count against number count. Yep, it gets both range of 30 feet and bonus action.
Woohoo! In which case, then I'm going to Spare the Dying.
All right. Cornelius.
Yes. Oh, says like I'm just gonna do another freaking fireball at it.
If it helps your ego, she did shred it down from being a gigantic orb to just a few skeletons. As much as you've heard it, she shattered it.
I do need to roll though. It's just a straight d20.
Your turn hasn't come up yet. Oh, because
But
you
I'm
removed
deleting-
yourself, that's why. Do
Yeah,
you remember what your initiative was?
I'm after rain.
Okay, so we'll just put you at
Because I
12.
remember when I was going to dispel, she was going to take damage no matter
Yeah, I believe that the that's the is before me.
Yep, straight D20 roll.
what. Bye. Oh, nope.
Nope,
Not quite.
you live. And that it, and you blast apart the last few skeletons. The orb remains. It's blackened. It's just this smooth, chest-sized orb of solid bone from the looks of it. But it's no longer a creature. You think?
And what's that? No, wait, that's a full action. No mind.
Do you know the healers can... Well, those would be an action anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, right? You don't have healing word or anything on the ring.
Nope, I used it last time.
Okay.
The last battle.
Well, get your movement if you want it.
The previous battle, I mean.
You happy where you are?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Going to cover behind the trees here.
Time for the Boom Boys again. Who aren't falling down.
Well, there was another.
So these first two at Rain. These next two at Rain.
Damn it.
And these ones move up even further. And they shoot at the dog.
Thank God.
Does a 17 hit?
The dog.
Yeah, Wolfgang.
I have a feeling Wolfgang is 17. 16. Never mind.
Okay. 8 damage. As more arrows thud against the wolf. Zarzul, you're awake. You're on the ground. You notice that there's quite a lot of carrion eaters, but we're circling around you for a moment.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and put an arrow in the first skeleton I see, which is straight to the north.
No, that's in Siegfried.
No,
No, I'm still invisible.
Yeah, I don't think I can see that skeleton.
Which one are you going for?
Straight north.
Okay.
This is 15 hit.
Yeah.
10 damage.
And it falls apart, shattered, as a spike of sharp earth just pierces through it. Still got movement. Still got a bonus. Well, you had a bonus.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say because Wolfgang's been out of your sight for a while, you can't just command him to attack or anything.
Well,
Then again,
there's nothing
he doesn't want to
attack.
bite anything. Yeah, but you don't know that. You could command him to
he's
attack
gotta
right
be
now
able
to
to
rip the
see
throat
me.
out of him.
Yeah. No, hide deeper in bush.
Okay. Wolfgang.
Okay, Wolfgang. As far as he knows, he's dealt with the enemy. Well, he knows perfectly well that somebody's stabilized him. Wolfgang's intelligent enough for that.
Well, he has no idea in the stabilizing, but he knows it's been tied up, so that's somebody else's job now.
Yep. Proceed to deal with skeletons. And bite at the injured one.
Okay. Neither of those hit.
Nope.
Siegfried.
Right. Can I see roughly how close to death Castalia is?
You've no idea how bad it is, but she is on the floor. That's pretty bad. She hasn't gotten up immediately.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my bonus to dash.
How many more potions do you guys have?
I started with 4.
Okay.
I think I have one left. I'm not sure.
So I move to there, use my action to shove a potion down her throat.
See, that's 2d4 plus 2?
Yep.
And so you bring the Satan back to life.
And I get back to there on my way back.
Okay. He's not doing anything right now. It's inert. Rain.
Well, so I'm going to be sending something to that skeleton there. We are going to have a flaming chicken.
Yep. You summon a lesser phoenix in front of you, and it sails chest first, right at one of those skeletons. Let's see. That is, ooh, nearly. Very nearly. You malgurned it. As the chicken smashes into it. It's weird, it bursts into flames, but you notice that the chicken's body itself does most of the damage. As foul ruptures across its surface.
And it's bludgeoning, too.
Yeah. It's a chicken smacking into things at high speed. Chickens are not particularly sharp. Claws are, but not the body.
So I give myself a little extra oomph.
Any movement?
I do think I'm going to chill here in the bush. Use a little bit of cover while trying to keep a hold of this lovely individual.
Alright, Castalia, wakey wakey, everything is achy.
Yep. Let's see, stand up is half my movement.
There's no present danger, though. You're standing next to a bit of a fancy boy, and also a huge orb of bone, and the dead displacer beast. Remember that thing?
Yep, that's still there. At least the fire hasn't gotten here yet.
Yeah, I should probably do something about that.
Well, it can't come north because it's just consuming the forest.
Yeah, but we kind of have to go south at some point.
Oh yeah, also, you know, it might be a bad idea to have a big wildfire in the kingdom.
Nah. Nah. Fine.
You've currently got 15 feet of movement.
The necromancer did it. It's totally his. He did do it, actually. So yeah, it's his fault.
I'd say you provoked him. You cast first blood with a sleet storm.
Alright, well, let's see.
Just remember this if it ever comes to court.
Wait, is this necromancer a guy or a girl? I can't tell with L.
You're
an elf. You should know.
No,
Alright,
it doesn't work that
well.
way. Even elves don't know. That's why they just hit on anything. Bisexuality is a big thing there because it's just easier to guess.
I'm going to use my half action to quaff my last potion. Perfect, wonderful. I'll take it. And then I'm going to, that's a half action, right?
Bonus, yeah.
Yeah, then I'm gonna double move up.
Well, remember your movement right now is at 45 for
Yeah,
dashing.
that should be it.
Okay.
That should be it. It's 9 squares.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could actually move a bit further.
No, I want to stay in the trees because there's still archers.
You can still move a bit further. Anyway, Cornelius.
Yes.
I also toss a word of thanks a second. I have to. It's very fun.
Well, you assume it was Siegfried. I mean, you opened up your eyes and there was no one there.
Well, I mean, Cornelius was right next to her. So might be
Yeah, I was
assuming.
about to say.
Probably to them both. But
To be fair, he was standing up fully.
It's going to be mostly towards Cornelius because I can't see.
And I just assume she meant thanks for dealing with the ball of pain. But yeah, yeah, that fire starting to become a little bit worrying. But yeah, I think the major threat at the moment is probably done with. So sorry, you're gonna have to become visible again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cast Sleet Storm on at least just so that I exit is cleared for forest fire.
Yeah, they're just skeletons.
And Siegfried's just about on full health. Not on full health.
Yeah, he hasn't been touched this entire match.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cast Sleet Storm.
Alright.
Here.
Okay, it starts to get the work on putting out the fire. Next up are the Bone Boys. Two more hours at rain. With a +2 to your AC.
Woohoo! I'm fine.
Yep, okay. The bows drop on the other three, however, and the swords are drawn. They don't get flanking because they're not intelligent enough to take advantage of it. But they start hacking at the dog, so that's 2 hits.
Yeah.
Does the 7 put him on the ground first?
Yeah, he only hit 5.
Then the next one gets him, and it's 2 failed death saving throws. Oh, hell, actually. That last one would have had advantage.
Did we lose a pup?
Nah, actually, I already rolled it. But he would have been dead. Let's see, that's it for the skeletons. Zarzul, you heard a pained whine.
Yep. Can I see any skeletons from where I am?
No. Well, actually, yeah, but not... You can see this one, sort of. But this one's, you know, the rise of it's getting blocked out of the way.
I'm going to put an arrow in the one I can see.
Alright. It does have a bit of cover. But it's also a skeleton and basically nothing. Yep, that's a strong, solid hit.
15.
Hasn't actually come up yet, weirdly.
No, I mean, I'll be
Yeah,
at
15.
disadvantage at the moment.
Yeah, 15 hits.
Okay.
9 damage.
No, that'd be 9.
Yeah. Good strong hit. Wolfgang. Death saving throw. There's been a lot of these in this battle.
Yeah, and I don't think any of them have succeeded.
Make your save. Because if you make your save, I can pick... No!
Wolfgang does not breathe any further, and I don't have inspiration on the wolf.
The pup. The best boy.
Yep. Oh well.
For now, he is dead.
I'm gonna have to borrow 150 gold, guys.
Or we can resurrect him if we get to him soon enough. By us, I mean Cornelius, because I don't have any spells high enough.
Siegfried.
Yeah, but 150 gold is cheaper than the diamond.
Well, that's cold.
Wow.
That's cold.
You can have this drama later. Well, Siegfried.
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
In the open? Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't have much choice at this point in time for what I want to try and do.
What? I mean, okay, you're incredibly quiet as you stand crouched in short grass, sure. Do you not even want to take a
Actually,
step
that's
back into
not
the
gonna work
bush?
anyway. Oh well, never mind. It wouldn't have worked either way. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh well, never mind. Wasted.
No, what are you doing?
I was going to dash and then try and get to one of the skeletons.
I mean, you can do that without having to hide.
Yeah, but I won't get advantage, which means that I won't get my sneak.
Yeah, but they're still skeletons.
Yeah, so I'm going to just run up and hit something, I think.
Yeah. But remember, you are the stealthiest man who could be seen without any effort whatsoever. So that's a feather in your hat. If people weren't looking at you, they would have had no idea that you were there.
Right, I'm going to go for the skeleton above me to try and at least finish it off.
Go for it. Yep, that's a hit. That is not a kill, however. As you drag in, shattering more bones, but...
Oh, that's right. Offhand, I've already used my dash, so that
Yeah.
doesn't work. Oh,
didn't hit anyway. But he also did get 3 criticals in one turn. And none of
Yeah.
them were...
we went at it.
and none of
Yes.
them were effective at all.
This sounds about right for Siegfried.
Rain, what you doing?
Well, now I have to decide. think what I'm going to do is...
Number
And I
flaming
want to-
chicken? Which one?
Yes, I want to... Probably...
This will kill any skeleton.
I was thinking that the one that was more okay, because if the other one looks really, really ratty, I don't want to take that one out. I'd rather take the more alive one.
Okay, so you're picking this one here?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just smashed apart by a burning lesser phoenix.
And then...
There is this incredible waft of roast chicken in the air right now.
I'm gonna feel slightly more better.
Okay. Any movement?
I'm very happy where I'm at.
Okay. Castalia.
Oh boy.
It's a tough one, this, isn't it?
Yeah. I need the distance. Yes, there. No, hand. Thank you. And I can't see any of them from here. I'm pretty sure of that.
I'll let you poke your head at that one, but he will have heavy cover.
Which one?
I'm guessing this one.
All right. Well, I'll take 2 pot shots.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ready it in case one enters.
Or you could always run up right to him with a dash.
No, I want to kind of be able to hit them first. I want to thin their numbers, not give them a nice target. Heavy cover.
Even with +4, that first one hits and you shatter him. Unfortunately, you've got no other target for the second blast.
That's fine.
Yep.
That's it for my turn.
Cornelius. The fire is pretty much getting killed by this. Can you move a sleet storm around, or is it just...
I think it's stationary.
Okay, but yeah, you've done a good job of reducing it. We'll say that's handled, really.
Yeah, hopefully it just slowly burn itself out. Can't really do anything else.
I like a dash.
Yeah, but I have to figure out how. Yeah. Around here, I guess. We take into account that I have to navigate a bit around.
Yep. Time for the skeletons again. Actually.
Hey, human. You look relatively undamaged.
Boys, we got a new recruit in there. We gotta get him out.
It's in the contract.
And they're just swinging wild. Some of them are coming apart with each swing. One of them's still pretty intact, but even it can. It's got no skill, it's just hacking away. Zarzul.
Revenge. I think he can make it to there.
That's why we have a measuring tool.
One too far.
Yeah, but you could stand where that skeleton is, you'll be fine.
And I think I'll put an arrow in that one there.
Okay. I mean, that one there is also pretty dangerous looking.
Yeah, but I can't see the skeleton there.
It's a very highly trained skeleton. That's a clear hit. 11 damage. It is quite heavily broken. Let's remove this one from the turn order. Siegfried!
Oh, I'm going to stab the one in front of me again.
It's a good idea. And I don't think you can roll low enough. Yeah. That's one less skeleton in a way as you just batter it aside. You sort of
And
stab
then
it, but it's
I'm
mostly just you wiggle the blade vigorously.
And then I'm going to go use my offhand on one of the other ones.
Okay.
Probably the one the kobold just shot at. Nope.
Nope. Rain.
Well, I'm gonna finish tying up the necromancer's feet so he ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
And then, which one of these do I want to do? Still hadn't been able to make my decision. No, yeah, that won't help me. So I'm going to use, and I'm going to communicate.
That's an action.
Oh, it's an action. Crap, I thought that was crap. Well, in that case, I'm probably just gonna be standing there twiddling my thumbs.
That's fine. You can do that. It's free.
Do I have anything else? I want to keep that spell slot. Yep, I'm gonna stand there twiddling my thumbs.
Okay, Castalia. You can hear the clattering of blades and a hoop, hoop, hoop-ha. That'll get you a shot at one of the skeletons, yeah.
Right, that was about there.
Yep.
Well,
So you can see this guy.
all right. Well, time to pew pew some more. Pew, pew. Both terrible.
They both hit. So you got that going for you. Still there, though.
Yeah, well.
It's almost a trick of the light, that first Eldritch Blast. Like, you know you cast it, and it existed for a moment. But you blinked, and it was gone. Cornelius?
Yep, just gonna follow Castalia, where the rest are apparently shooting at. And firebolt this one.
Yeah, you watch Siegfried kind of lazily dodging all these blades around him. It had 2 HP left. That was a little excessive. Come on, man. Don't be that way. It's just a skeleton trying to do its job, you know? There's just the one bone bag left. And it begins to twist, to change, to grow even larger. But we'll do that another time. For now, this one just flails at you. Don't think that hits.
No, I have 17.
Well, Zarzul,
I shall advance once more and try and put an arrow in the last one.
well, tell me how you do it.
I draw back the arrow in the bow, take careful aim at the chest, and then put the arrow straight through its forehead.
You sneeze when you let go. But it is shattered. It is a worthless piece of bone. Combat is over.
Well, then immediately, Rain's gonna be shouting over at Cornelius to get Wolfgang off the ground. Because she ain't got no spells. She's actually going to mention, I can't do it.
Quick question, how many diamonds do we have left?
It's a good
Only
question,
res
isn't it?
once.
Well, I have one on me, but otherwise I can't use the spell.
Yeah, I've got one. Actually, no, I think I have all the other ones.
But how many's left?
That would be.
Remember, it needs to be 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Well, we have 2 diamonds worth 300, 2 diamonds worth of 500. So we still have 3 resurrections worth.
Time's ticking.
I can spend a bit of time and get Wolfgang back another way.
You've got about 40 seconds to make this choice, Zarzul.
How much did this wolf mean to you?
A lot.
15 seconds.
Bam! Resurrected.
Yay!
For the second time in the campaign, the wizard revives someone of the party, while the clerics watch on out of spells.
I have one spell, but not high enough.
The pup lives. Yeah.
So while this is going on, I'm trying to drag the stupid wizard on over to everybody, or the stupid necromancer on over to everybody else.
There is a gasping, ragged breath. There is a tongue starting to move, starting to pant and flex, and and slowly the eyes open. Wolfgang lives.
Yeah.
At double the cost it would have gotten to just replace him with a new one.
Actually, it's worse than that. I just looked it up. It was 25 gold pieces worth of food and herb.
Yeah, it's also the same wolf because you just take the spirit and put him in a new body.
Yep. It would have taken 8 hours though.
Oh wait, it's the spirit?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Wait,
yeah. It's
really?
exactly the same. It's the same animal.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
I'm so glad he got it wrong. So yeah, it would have cost him 25 gold, and it still would have been Wolfgang.
Fuck.
Because he's spirit bonded to that creature, he can just bring him back without any real effort, just a lot of ritual.
Well,
But-
it felt good.
There is now a hole in Cornelius' hand where a diamond once was. And he's getting his face licked.
Yes and no.
He's getting his face licked eagerly. Just, remember he's been biting... It's just remember he has been biting corpses recently.
Wolfgang isn't licking.
Nope.
Wolfgang puts his paw on Cornelius and thinks, "You're a good boy." That is the highest praise. Good boy.
So you just spent 275 gold where you didn't need to.
Was totally worth it.
But yeah, Rain drags
This
across
is
the
really
necromancer.
Gold. Gold isn't the problem. It's just actually finding the diamond.
Yeah.
There we go.
The elf is unconscious. He's also quite scuffed up. There's quite large stab wounds. He's not bleeding out though. He's been magically sealed. Yep.
Before we start waking up, let's just empty his pockets and anything he has in possession to make any kind of casting difficult.
Agreed.
Let's basically strip him to his underwear, shall we?
Yeah, actually, let's
I
just
like
do
that
that.
idea. Yeah, let's do that.
Now the real character of a party comes out once they get an NPC in their grip.
Hey, he's not a very nice person.
Let's just pull his fingernails off and rip out his teeth.
No.
Hey! That's for later. You don't start at that point.
Bet you're wishing you had that hat of vermin.
Oh yeah, the
I
hat
climb
of
up-
vermin would be lovely.
I climb up the hill to discover the party disrobing the necromancer, cock an eyebrow, and ask, "Why'd you all start drinking without me?"
No,
It-
we're making sure that it's harder for them to do something to us when they wake up.
Tie up his hands, gag his mouth, and empty his pockets. That's all you have to do. You
Yes,
can
but
leave
he's
the man
also an elf.
dignity.
We're also gonna have to talk.
Also,
to-
this asshole fireballed us twice.
Make sure we get all his rings.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's also important.
That
He is
I'll
not-
agree with.
He is only wearing a necklace. It just looks kind of fancy.
Well, that immediately comes off.
Stuffed in a pocket somewhere, no doubt. He has no rings. As you start sifting through his pockets, you of course find his spell book, which,
Alright.
unsurprisingly, is locked.
I'll take it.
Just one. There is his staff. You
I'll
find
take it.
2 more potions that look like good quality healing ones. They're actually greater healing potions.
Ooh.
Awesome.
You find 73 silver coins. 2 copper. And you also find a page full of gibberish from the looks of it. It is strange, blocky, angular symbols. You can see that there's separation between them. To see, maybe it's words? It's just filling it from top to bottom.
So either a cipher or something we don't understand. Okay. That's going right into my pocket for later.
You also find a half-eaten hardtack biscuit.
Ugh.
Looks like it's been nibbled on by a mouse, in fact. And then you find a mouse that looks like it was nibbled on by an elf.
Ooh. Well, those are going away.
And you find 2 scrolls.
I'll take a look at those.
They both have a solid wax seal on them, although there is no symbol.
Let's investigate that later then.
You also find a components pouch, filled with a lot of very unpleasant things due to the nature of his spells.
Take that away from him this instant.
Get that man purse off him.
Never leave a component purse close to a caster. Never.
I start to getting his boots off too. I ain't trusting.
No. You can detect if the boots are magical, but you leave the boots on.
Why?
Because he's an elf, and the more uncomfortable you make him, the more difficult it is to get information out of him.
Then you can detect to see if it's magical or not, because I'm kind of I'm not in the mood to be casting.
It's okay. Yeah, I can just do it free. Poof.
Once again, pretty much the entire fucking party light up brightly. Festooned as you all are with magical items.
Alright, glow sticks, move out of the way.
As you look at him, you see that one of his earrings is glowing.
Alright, I point out the earring.
It
Nice.
is transmutation.
Okay, we'll go and identify that later.
Yep. And his staff is magical.
And, alright, motion of the staff.
I
I
thought
already
Cornelius
said
already had it.
Yeah.
Alright. Place that somewhere where it's out of sight of him.
Funnily enough, it's got the School of Necromancy attached to it.
Surprise.
Oh, really?
Perfect. Okay, that's it for his magical attire. So yes, you can leave on his boots and pants.
Unless you're that curious. I mean, all elves are kind of lookers, but you know, he looks like he'd be in sort of the lower spectrum of lookers. A bit gaunt. The hair's very much the straggly kind. Probably listens to a little bit of, you know, Def Cab for Cutie.
They do some nice music at times.
They do, but their fans are garbage. Anyway, you have an unconscious necromancer.
So we didn't find any of the keys to his spell book or anything.
No, I'm guessing that was the other dude.
Ah, crap. This is gonna be a right turn up.
Well, if you want to wake him up and talk to him, you're certainly welcome to.
Cornelius, what do you have that's gonna be able to help us here?
Oh, I actually have charm person.
Just holds up his sword.
Well, his sword would be a good convince.
I have charm person.
Yeah, that can help. Unfortunately, I can't do a Zone of Truth because I don't have enough spell slots.
Look up charm person for a moment.
My one thing, actually, where do I go? That perfume of bewitching, how does that work?
You smear it on yourself. Just really go to town on it, become a bit of a troll. But it gives you advantage for, I think it's an hour, on any persuasion checks, deception checks, that sort of thing.
So what do you think will work better, Cornelius? Your charm person or my other thing?
Well, it depends. Well, charm person means that he will consider me a friend.
Elves are quite resistant to charm effects.
Yes, that is the problem.
It manifests as an advantage on their saving throw. And you're aware of this. It's well known. Elves are quite resistant to this sort of thing.
I am very persuasive, so you know what? Why don't we try your route first, and if that doesn't work, then we can try me with putting on my perfume and being ever so persuasive.
I mean, first time for everything. Alright, I've got to try and cast a charm person on him. It will last for an hour, so he can try and wake up first.
Alright, what's the save for that? Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom. Wow, wow.
Yeah. That's because he's got, you know, an actual saving throw for it. Being a wizard.
I mean, you can try 2 times more.
It's always worth the shot.
Well, actually, it's, I mean, at the moment this doesn't happen because he's still unconscious.
Yes, so we don't know. Alright, so first things first, I suppose, Cornelius, if he wakes up and he likes you, let's try to figure out where his friend went. And how involved he is with Prenders. If he's involved with Prenders.
Little do you know there was a third section to that locket.
Take out the water skin and pour water on his face.
He drowns.
Then just throw a cloth over it.
No, let's try and wake him up.
His eyes open. He does not give you the satisfaction of gasping for breath or looking shocked at all. He just seems utterly stoic. As he looks at you, then looks at Rain, then looks at Castalia. His eyes go up and down Castalia for a moment before tilting his head slightly. And then goes back to the one who was pouring water on him.
Good morning, friend. How are you?
Again, the expression doesn't change. He does not make any effort to open his mouth.
At this point, then I start putting the perfume on. I'm assuming this ain't working.
So while she's dolling herself up, what are the rest of you up to?
Well, I'm going to stealth in the bush and keep an eye out for his friend coming back.
Fair enough. Zarzul is currently dealing with some maintenance of his dog.
and being distracted from what's happening behind me. Yep, that's about right.
Well, it's because you were looking at the branch and you just saw this ladybug, and it's just the tiniest, most delicate little thing to see. It stands out so brightly against the green. You know, it's a little bit... It's just so fascinating nature at times, you know? Like something that small is so detailed. Anyway, the rest of you are busy doing other things.
So I've gotten all dolled up.
Yep.
And at this point, I'm thinking of a very interesting way of saying this. And I switch over to Elvish, obviously, because, well, why not?
You have the potent smell of a fest hole.
And I just ask, do you happen to know Prenders?
In Elvish, he simply states, I have no words for a mongrel.
I try not to look annoyed. And then I state, oh, come now. He was a friend of mine. Do you know him? I'm trying to be very, very persuasive.
Are you?
I can't sound persuasive right now. I'm trying, damn it.
No, you flutter your eyelashes first of all. Then you tilt the head, you put the hands behind the back and lean forward slightly. That's persuasive. Or, you know, you bring a hammer and put it next to his toes.
At the moment, I imagine you're lying on your stomach with kind of your head resting on your hands and your legs and kind of bobbing back and forth, looking at him.
No, she is sitting next to him.
Okay.
At eye level.
Offering him a daisy crown. Yes, I know Prenders.
I kind of do a little sigh. Are you directly involved with his current predicament, or is his current predicament going to be news to you?
I know what was done to him.
Were you or your friend involved with that?
He just gives you this sort of just simple look of going right through you. There is no expression to him. You realize he is definitely looking past the skin and thinking what sort of menu you make once he gets that covering out of the way.
That does not faze me as much as it probably should. And I just move straight on to, do you have his keys?
No.
I'm going to pretend like we didn't search him, okay. Does your friend have his keys?
Perhaps. I assume you'll be taking me to some authority?
No, I would much rather get the keys. It's my work in that book, and I'd very much like to get it back.
I've no interest in a child's musings.
Which child? Are you referring to me or Prenders? Prenders are I. I'm using proper grammar, damn it. I don't say that part out loud, mind you.
You, Prenders, Beryl, the lot of them are mere children at this art. And I have no interest in any of it.
Well, I mean, obviously you'd be far more skilled. I mean, obviously if you just look at you, it's quite clear. But what about your friend who just ran off?
He looks around for a moment, the rest of you. Ah. You didn't bother giving chase, then?
Well, unfortunately, we're a little bit tied up.
Then you have a problem.
A mild one. Why'd he leave you here? To be completely and utterly captured?
Lack of spine, perhaps.
Perhaps you are merely a sacrificial pawn.
I was about to say, obviously he didn't value you that much if he left you here.
That is the kind of thinking of a child race, yes.
A thinking that almost got you killed.
That actually might have been his goal.
And then he very slightly smiles.
Unless you were a distraction in his entire plan to begin with.
That is a novel concept.
Right. Turn out.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, and I start charging out the shoving grasp, I mean, there's no real reason why we keep him along this minion, right?
By all means.
That is not very forward-thinking, Cornelia.
And Cornelius, he looks back to see you. His eyes just lock on yours as he just simply says, "Do your worst." And he still has that very thin smile.
Oh God,
that misses.
What? What?
Now, Zarzul, you have to state you're gonna do this so that the other players get a chance to react.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be going, oh hell no.
Woo!
The other thing is, the thing is, he's already used it once today, so it doesn't get the point.
Yep. But again, he misses anyway.
Wouldn't he kind of be getting the little advantage though?
He's at disadvantage as well.
Oh right, they lied.
Which point I'm promptly going, Cornelius, grab him, please.
It's a very effective threat at this point, though.
Fucking hell. Fucking cold.
Yeah, as you lunge with the knife, he does not flinch. I haven't smelt cooked kobold before. Unpleasant.
You're the one that cooked them.
I'm not happy with this thing.
Actually, I'm wondering why the priestess is being so nice, seeing as she's against necromancy.
Well, she's a war criminal. She sinned against God.
No, that was prior. But the whole reason is because she wants to know where the other one went.
Yeah.
That's more important. Afterwards, yes, she'll be very happy to chuck him off of the cliff. But right now, she wants to find where the other one went and what the flying flip they were doing.
Do you say any of that out loud?
No, of course not. now, did Zarzul ask that question out loud?
What question?
The whole why is the priest wanting to do that?
That was Siegfried.
Oh, Siegfried, sorry. Fuck.
Damn, Al can't even tell a human and a bloody kobold apart.
Well, did Siegfried say that out loud? Because he's supposed to be all the way over there.
Yeah, does
He
the bush
muttered it under his voice.
does the bush rustle with a
I couldn't have heard
query?
it.
Oh well, in that case, if it's Siegfried all the way over there, it don't matter very much. But at which point I just promptly say, "You're
Oh, yeah.
here."
Actually, now that I think about it, Azul. Yeah,
Yes?
could you perhaps follow the tracks of a another humanoid being that isn't a skeletal?
Well, if nothing else, the guy actually is supposed to be alive, so he may be able to sniff. Seeing Wolfgang is now actually upright.
I'm surprised it took you this long to think of that.
Alright, well, goodbye then. Rain, I'm sure you'll take care of it. Come on, people, we're leaving.
Let's see, in that case, what do I want to do to him? Well, first, I'm waiting to make sure once Wolfgang gets the trail, then I'll be happy to dispatch this lovely fellow.
$18.
18's pretty good. He does pick up on a scent that is different from the current elf and any of the undead.
Well, Rain?
Very well. Let's see, what shall I use?
Very noble of you lot.
I wouldn't call it noble.
You resurrect dead people. You have no intent.
I make use of that which is not needed.
Mm-hmm. And we are getting rid of that which is not needed anymore. Good day.
Let's see.
It's not often you get taken out by things worse than you are.
Yes, it's humiliating, isn't it?
I actually legitimately laugh at that. And I just go, isn't that how the universe works?
So you're one of Prender's.
I am, yeah. At one point. Out of curiosity, what did you do to him?
It wasn't me. I had little enough to do with him.
Correction, what did your acquaintance do to him?
Took out their boredom, I suppose. It made him more agreeable.
Was he still as neurotic as when I once knew him?
He was dead weight.
I suppose. So I kind of start amping
But
up for a ray of frost.
I'll give him one bit of credit. He was not half bad at chess. Well, I look forward to seeing you all again. I mean, you realize this is not the end for someone who has actual skill.
I figured. I wasn't at all surprised.
The smile widens at this point.
After all, it would also explain why your friend ran away and left you here.
I had things to do.
Oh,
Shame, you
That's a
would have
pleasure.
made a nice lair.
no, we're rather prickly.
Large enough to take the walls. Well, maybe next time. There's bones all over this kingdom,
Usual when it's a war on.
and far worse below.
Always is.
And you, as he rounds on Castalia, you have that same stain.
Well, at that point, I just clicked the button.
Stain.
He's dead.
He's dead.
As he says it with a smile, the ray of frost comes from his side, and his head just sloughs to the side, frozen and crunches on the ground.
Well, now I get.
Technically, I clicked the button before he said the last part.
Well, Siegfried's going to go grab a stick and give the orb a poke.
You poke it. Congratulations.
To pop up and go, let's follow that scent before it goes cold.
It turns, so it seems lighter than you were expecting.
Okay, how big is this orb?
Like I said, it's about the size of a torso of a person. So, let's see, what sort of correlation could I have with it? It's sort of like, you know those workout balls?
Bigger than a basketball.
Yeah, bigger than that. You know those workout balls you see people sit on and bounce about?
Medicine balls?
Yeah, medicine.
No, bigger than that.
He's mean the exercise ball, the blow up one.
Yeah. It's about the size of that.
Right. I'm going to call out to one of the clerics to come and have a quick look and see if it's actually going to be dangerous.
I'm gonna go have a look. This is probably not gonna help. Mind you, it's not a nature check. I might be fine.
Bones are very natural. Roll nature. So you're trying to inspect it. Well, it would have been investigation anyway, so it's the same sort of roll.
Yep, exactly the same.
But what are you doing to check it out? That's more important.
I'm trying to see if this thing's going to come just regenerate or something from this core.
Well, as you look over it, you can't even see how the skeletons were connected to it. Like, you saw them as part of it, fused to it, but you're not seeing any marks of depressions, of anything. The surface is completely there. It's just completely one level. You do see, like, where there should be divots of where it's knitted together. You can see the marks of where it's knitted, but it's still a smooth surface.
Okay. As much as I hate to say this, but we might actually have lost the other guy. We're going to have to rest. We're too beat up to pursue anything that might leave an ambush by.
Do you really think he's setting up an ambush, or if he's just playing going? Oh, but while we're having this conversation, I'm getting my rope back.
I want to burn this core. I don't want it coming back or anything. It seems suspicious. I want it gone.
I don't want it coming back either, but I'm more concerned still about the fact that we've got a bunch of necromancers who can make things come back.
Well, we've got reasonably dry firewood around. Shall we just burn everything? Just pile it all up together and just burn it all.
Is the forest fire still going on?
Nah,
I was thinking of moving them all back to the pit up there and just, or as much as we can, and just start a bonfire.
Yeah, I should have pointed out actually on the ritual zone where you're all standing, there is a depression and there's still about 20 odd skeletons and assorted bone works. I mean, there's a lot of pieces of people. Just
I
in a
say we
divot.
make a crematorium and just burn the lot.
That would be perfectly fine by me, but I still think we really need to get going and following them. Because that's a whole pile of nope.
Well, as much as we want to chase them, we want to make sure nothing's going to come around and attack us from behind when we're after.
Agreed. Let's burn the orb, then move.
Burn the orb, burn the elf, and chucking the other skeletons in the middle. Then keep moving.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a while lugging shit about. But you keep it all in. Who puts their hands on the orb?
Well, I'm going to use a stick to roll it up the hill.
That's gonna be very fucking difficult.
Do we not have a rope we can just tie
How
around
heavy
it?
is the orb?
Not that heavy. It could be pushed around even by Zarzul.
Yeah, it's just gonna be.
Is it more than 10 pounds?
Yeah, more than 10 pounds.
Oh, then never mind.
Probably weighs a bit more than Zarzul, really. At least feels like the weight of, say, a child, really.
Does anyone have a rope? Just make a noose, hold it around the orb, tighten it in.
I'm gonna grab a rock and try and break it with a rock. Smash it up.
You hit it with a rock repeatedly. The rock chips a bit, but the bone does not. You don't even see a mark of where you hit it.
Why don't I do a ritual this? And then the unseen servant can push it.
Alright, you conjure up something that is more noted by its absence of the area than its actual form. There's a distortion that you can make out a little bit. Castalia, it actually looks a little bit familiar. From when you visited Yoren's house. Although his was a lot larger. And yeah, you start to... It pushes itself against the ball. It takes a little bit to get going, and it's struggling a bit up the hill, of course. But it does begin to roll it up and puts it into the divot with the rest of the bones. Most of them shattered and broken. There is the heavy sound of crunching as, despite the fact it's being pushed around easily enough, it is just pulping and grinding these bones to dust on contact.
Alright, let's get that fire going.
And as the fire blazes...
Is there any rituals to make sure the spirits go to the afterlife as opposed to coming back?
There funnily enough is, but I don't think she took that spell.
Probably not.
No. However, I am going to be doing all sorts of...
Yeah, you can still give it a little bit of a
prayer
sermon.
things. Yep.
Whatever rest...
Here praying.
Yeah, whatever rest of you up to while this religious service is going on.
I guess most of the rest of them are resting, trying to get it resting to, so they might get a short.
Yeah.
Helping to move various things that need to be burned to the burn pile.
I'm doing firewood for the pit.
And I'll also be having my unseen servant putting everything into the fire.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. While that blaze is going, what are you guys doing? The religious types are doing their service.
Siegfried's just putting more firewood in to make sure everything burns properly. He's got nothing else to do it.
Gonna ask Castalia for the magic wish is still working. If the lock on the spell book is still, if there's any incantation on the lock.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can take a look at that.
There is. And I gotta double check here actually. Well, no, it would be abjuration.
An abjuration spell.
The book itself is not magical, just the lock.
Yeah, I figured there's a magical lock on it. Oh,
Can we cut the lock off?
I think, hang on.
hopefully not without triggering the spell.
Just double check.
No,
actually,
I
maybe
mean,
it is
cut
an
around
abjuration.
the lock. I mean, it's a lock. We don't have to repeat the lock, just how the lock's attached to them.
Speak.
Oh, well, I thought he was asking you to ask if he could.
I think he was asking you.
I have no idea.
You're the wizard.
Yeah, you know about spell books.
Yeah, but I have no idea in terms of game mechanics.
Well, you do know that abjuration can be many different kinds of spells. Mainly focused on protections.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly dangerous. There are numerous kind of spells. Give me an Arcana roll. As you're thinking about what might happen if you try to cut through this. The main thing is, it'll probably ruin the spell book, is the big issue. Just trying to cut into it and hack away might trigger some sort of failsafe, might trigger what could be a glyph of warding with a very nasty spell loaded in it. It may just be arcanely locked.
I have a different question. Can you dispel the spell on the lock later? So, I mean, if we take it with us and later on we can dispel the actual spell and then open it without any issue.
Probably, but it might also affect some of the writing. I mean, it is a big source of magic.
I was supposed to say, should we have an Arcana check on that?
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
we
The
should.
ear wasn't that also abjuration?
Yep.
I think so.
I don't think that was a lock, but yeah, I mean, you can look at it just to make sure.
Not every spell can be safely dispelled, however.
Yeah, so he would have to have some way to unlock it. Then he
And
didn't have
also-
a key on him.
It also requires a dispel of a decent amount of power. So those are things to take into account. These wizards, they're tricksy things.
Well, yeah, I guess I could do a... If people are resting out, I'll be resting for an hour or something. Or that's like taking a short rest, or do I have time to do a identifier on the book?
I'm only concerned because that's going to take a while, and we might lose the trail if we take a short rest.
It's up to you guys.
Like, I mean, I'm almost fully healed now. But the rest of you, not so much.
Yeah.
The main question is if we get at least somewhat down the way and then we rest for the night, at least we're kind of on a little bit more of a better track. And quite probably what we can do is we've got some of these guys' possessions, so in theory Wolfgang could re-grab this guy's scent and then try to follow at least where he'd been.
That's possible.
I mean, you know where he's been. You followed it to get here.
Oh yeah. So we don't know where the other guy went.
I mean, Wolfgang's got the scent and is leading westwards.
Does it look like it's going to rain?
It's very likely.
Damn it. Let's follow as far as we can before camping for the night, basically, I think, then.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
So you guys are going to take a short rest and go, or just head off immediately?
Or we just head off and then wait and see if we encounter something.
Yes, see if be a little extra cautious.
Alright then. Next time, the hunt for whoever it is that ran off. But that is the end of this night's session. Any difficulties with next week?
Nope.
Shouldn't be.
Good. Then next week we'll have yet another session of Rescue at Raxis, as the mystery deepens, the plot itself thickening like a rich gravy. And we'll see what else occurs. But hey, the party lived. One of them quite expensively so. Unexpected. And what'd you guys think of the bone ball?
Fuck that. I did not like being boned.
10 out of 10 great puns.
Yeah, well, it was a good monster.
Good, good. And yes, we'll get back to this next week. I'm now going to hit the button to end the stream.